Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching Meta Monday presented to you by TheCaliEffect. And today I wanted to be talking to you guys about Crimson Blader. That's right. Crimson Blader is a level 8 synchro. It's a fire monster debuted out of Cosmo Blazer. It requires one tuner, one or more non-tuner monsters. So it's pretty generic. It's actually one of the first generic good level 8 synchros we've seen in a pretty long time. Now, if this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, your opponent can't normal summon or special summon level 5 or higher monsters during their next turn. Now, I know a lot of people wanted to see Meta Monday, how this impacts the meta. And I'm going to give you a good reason why this impacts the meta. But first, I wanted to say one thing and one thing only. Thank you, Konami. You're very smart. You made this card a rare in Cosmo Blazer. This card could have easily been passed as a secret, as an ultra, as an ultimate, and guess what? It would have been a pretty good money card. Konami is getting smarter and smarter about how they make their sets and how they make certain cards that can fight the meta or that can help you against the top tier decks very easily accessible. That's the first thing I wanted to tell you. Secondly is how good Crimson Blader is and why it should be in your extra deck. Unless you can't go for level 8s, like you're running most decks have, the Elemental Dragons plus Effect Veiler. Like I know Fire Fist started running Blaster, Mermills, they have their regular 7s in their title. Just almost every deck should be able to go into this card. And if they don't, they typically have a different answer. But let's say my opponent does some stupid stuff, and I'm just really sick and tired of the BS. I summon Crimson Blader, I run over their monster, and now they can't do any of that stupid stuff no more. In theory, they can't go into their Draco Sacks or Big Eyes or anything else anymore because I destroyed their monster. The only way to go into Big Eye and Draco Sack is to have a level 7 monster on field. So in theory, you have to bring out level 7 monsters, which Crimson Blader won't allow you to. Now, obviously, there are ways around it, like the Mecha Phantom Beast archetype. Constellar Cost would be a way to bring out a rank 5. There are. But the balance of Crimson Blader is that he has to destroy opponent's monster by battle. And not only that, he has to send the monsters to the graveyard. So tokens don't count. Anything under macro or dimensional fissure doesn't count. He's a very, very, very balanced card. He's impactful for the meta because as soon as your opponent just starts to spam stuff and you don't like it, go on to Crimson Blader, run over that monster, lock them down. Now, here's also a bad thing about Crimson Blader. His strengths are his weaknesses. He's level 8. Effect Veiler is level 1. Effect Veiler is a tuner. All of the Elemental Dragons are level 7. So a level 7 Elemental Dragon, which is very easy to summon, plus Effect Veiler equals Crimson Blader. And if they run over one of your monsters and you just happen to be playing, I don't know, Quick Draw Synchron, then you're screwed. You practically lost the game because then they can do whatever they want to you. Granted, that doesn't happen every single time, but I've seen Elemental Dragons play Crimson Blader and they do it fairly well. Crimson Blader is a damn near staple, and he should have been a higher rarity. So before you guys get on your high horse saying, oh, Konami, you're such a horrible game, and you're such a horrible company, you make everything broken and high rarity, they're trying at least a little bit to give you some good cards at a low rarity. Another thing I wanted to say about Crimson Blader is that, he's just too freaking boss. There's so many games that he's won just outright by summoning him. Your opponent, you summon him, your opponent sees they have a monster that's easily ran over. They just pick it up because they know there's no recovery from Crimson Blader. Really, that's all in all I wanted to talk about him. He's overall a great card. Should be in your extra deck if you can go for 8s. If you don't go for 8s, don't bother trying to put some stuff in your deck to try to make him go for him. There are other ways. There are a lot of other ways, and you will be able to see him on the Meta Monday. Thank you for watching TheCaliEffect. Please like, comment, subscribe, and like always, enjoy.